Um, oh, perfect. Okay, let's do the fire station. But yeah, we should have episode 2 of Killer Frequency. I'll be posting this week. I still need to finish editing it. I started it. I'm probably about like a fourth of the way through. Just the regular. I always do the 15. It's just as satisfying. I wish I had a pressure washer, honestly. Oh, that's really loud. Okay, even for me and for you guys. Hold on. That's why I turned it down. All right, that should be good. Then we can all still hear the little ding. Yeah, this game is also a game that I've been using to like cope with stress. So you can roast me on how I'm cleaning things. I'm curious to know what system everybody else uses when they play Power Wash, like how they clean. I usually go like left and right and up and down. So I'm not like a menace when I power wash. Not totally crazy. Which part of the wall am I missing? Oh, this part. I also try and do it piece by piece because otherwise I forget like what still needs to be cleaned. So like we'll try and do the wall base. There we go. Done. Amazing. This little section's done. Then I'll usually probably try and do like the door frame. You'd go in circles. I try and have like some sort of like, not strategy. I guess if I'm this close, I can probably do this one, right? But see, this nozzle never works for me, ever. Like that just is not getting it clean. It covers more surface area, but it is not clean at all. That sucks. I guess unless I go like slow-mo. Just sucks. There, see that's already way better. Or sometimes I do a little zigzag. I do also like that it shows you highlighted orange where the missing stuff is. But that's why I always try and go piece by piece because otherwise like it'll tell me, oh, you need to like clean this. And I'm like, what? Where is that? I don't know where that was. I think you're gaslighting me, Power Wash Simulator, because that does not exist. We'll try and get the garage door frame. Here we go. Amazing. Doing amazing. Make stripes and use the yellow nozzle. Which is the yellow? Yeah, I use the yellow one the most, I think. And I'll kind of go like side to side. And try and go piece by piece. Just because if you've never played Loki or if you've never like seen it, it'll show you like at the end once you're close to being done, like which pieces you still need to do. So usually it's easier to complete the levels if you go like piece by piece. Because otherwise it'll be like wall and you're like, what wall? What wall? What are you talking about? My description is on point. Appreciate it. Is this dirty underneath? No. Okay. Oh, but I need to like clean it out with a special cleaner, I think. Like this wall is harder to clean. I don't know what's on it. Oh, it's a metal wall. Hold on. I think I need to do clean. Cleaner do I have? Then I half the time I forget the fucking controls. Metal cleaner. That's right. See, like, why is that not getting clean? Oh, that pisses me off. I thought it was like because it was rusted. I think it just sucks. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, see how like that's not cleaning it very well? I'm getting confused by that. I guess the brick wall is easier to clean than the metal, but still. Getting irritated. But no, I finished Tears of the Kingdom. I'm very happy about that. A great ending. This fucking metal thing's... Okay, it's clean now. Perfect. Alright, good. But I've been playing a lot of Tears of the Kingdom. That has been my, like, stress relief lately. With, moving and all that. I'm not gonna 100% it anytime soon. What is still fucking dirty on this spotlight? Okay, I was gonna say hello. Trying to think what else is new. I've just been very stressed and overwhelmed. So that's why you guys probably haven't seen me like in Discord too much. And why my stream schedule has been a bit spotty. I'm just stressed the fuck out, if I'm being honest. I don't deal well with stress. I am very anxious. And so moving, 10 out of 10, don't recommend it. Because it's not fun. Why is that not... Oh god, see that's like one of the things that I need like a special cleaner for. Other than stress, moving is fine. Yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of the stuff packed up. I'm waiting on a friend to get back to me. I need to bother her again because she said that certain people could help. And every time I ask her, she's like, yeah, I'll ask. So I need to bother her about it because it'll save me money on movers. I don't want to have to pay for movers to like load stuff into a truck because I cannot carry my mattress down the 3 flights of stairs, nor do I want to. So if I can avoid it, I will pay somebody else to do it, but I'd like to save money based on who I have do it. Because we're already spending a bunch on the moving truck and all that, so I'm trying to save money. So I need to bother my friend. Be like, hey, please? Please figure this out so that I can figure my stuff out. But yeah, other than moving, life is great. I want to quit my job because it sucks, but I can't because I need health insurance and I don't have anything else lined up. And I am not the kind of person that can just quit my job without having something lined up. Again, I'm a very anxious person, so that would not be good for me personally, especially before moving. So I don't know. It's just, it's stressful because there's like so many things to like plan. Like we were still trying to like figure out like a set moving date. And then we kind of figured out like a tentative date. And then our new landlord is like, actually, I need to move your start date, like your lease start date. And I was like, okay, great. Already changing plans. I don't like this. So we had to deal with that, which like, it's not really a big deal, but having to pack up a lot of stuff, which it's not fun to do, but I also don't have the mental energy to like declutter and like get rid of stuff right now. So we're gonna move a lot of stuff and probably declutter it once we get there, which is fine. We'll figure it out. But a lot of it I'm kind of having to do on my own. So I had Little Lion come over and like help me one day because I'm trying to pack and I'm literally just like freezing and I can't do anything because it's either like executive dysfunction or I'm like so stressed that I can't like focus. So she was here and I was able to pack up some more stuff. Yeah. What? Laura? Hello? Agree. Great entrance as always. How are you? I hope you're doing good. But yeah, I've been kind of just like coping with the stress by playing a lot of video games. A lot of escapism, you know. It's fine. I was so frustrated when I posted the first episode of Killer Frequency on YouTube and realized that the recording settings were wrong and there was nothing I could do about it, but I did fix it in the second episode. So those settings will be good. However, I do still have a little bit of lag in the game because my computer has just decided that it doesn't want to like run stuff smoothly anymore. So that's been like another stressor of like, okay, great. Do I need to upgrade my PC? I don't have the money for that, nor the energy to deal with that right now. So we'll see. I've mostly just been like really stressed. So I'm sorry that I've been a little bit MIA with like streams and honestly like being in the Discord at all. I've just been very stressed and not happy because I'm so stressed. Oh, okay. I forgot what I had said. I was like, wait, what? Where did that come from? But you're right. That was my going live notification. I'm also just like a little bit sad because Kyle actually surprised me and he came home for our anniversary, but he left this morning, so I'm sad. My mental health has kind of just been doo-doo, you know? It's just been doo-doo lately. And I'm trying not to like beat myself up over it, of like not feeling like super energized and stuff to stream, because obviously I always want to like bring the best energy to stream and all that. But it's just like, this has just been stressful. And like nothing has even like necessarily gone wrong, you know? It's just, it's not fun to plan out like a move and we're moving to like a different state. So I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna have to get my car registered in a different state. And am I gonna have to get a new license? Am I gonna have to do, I don't know. It's just been stressful. Does that tickle your pickle? Does that float your boat? Does that rub your nub? Yeah, it's just been like a lot of planning. And we've finally been able to lock some stuff down, but some stuff is like still not locked down. So it's just, I just get easily overwhelmed. What? Oh, I didn't realize I cleaned that part. I'm trying to do this garage shit, whatever the fuck it's called. Cladding. Garage cladding. What part did I miss? Oh, what part did I miss? So you can see the percentage bar in the very top left of how close I am to being done with it. Is this part of it? No, that's a different piece. There it is. Okay, hold on. I missed that piece over there. Oops. But how have you guys been? Have you been doing anything fun? Any fun news? Where is the last little section of this thing that's not clean? Are you kidding me? It's not clean. This whole, oh, most of this insides part is clean. I guess right there. That's clean. What the fuck is not clean? Oh, this whole side. That's okay. Valid. Valid. Anyways. Does that look your tail? Love it. But yeah, I've been trying to keep my stress low. Because it's gonna be worth it like once I'm there, because we're gonna have like a little house. So I'm gonna be decorating it all cute. I'm gonna be living with Kyle again. All the pets will be all together. I will have my own office slash stream slash YouTube content room. So it'll be really nice once it's all over. It's just stressful, all the planning that goes with it. That one was good. I agree. That one was good. Why is this not... Why is this not... Do I really have to spray this with this teeny tiny one? That's irritating. Are you for real? Oh, okay. Well, it cleaned it, so that's good, I guess. Clean the garage door. Whee! I have the wrong... Let me do none. This works better, I think. Okay, there we go. Garage door is almost clean. Clean, perfect. Oops. We're gonna change. This one. Is this metal? Oh, I'm out of metal cleaner. I was like, why is that not doing anything? Hello? Let's just clean this one while we're at it. Oops. Like, this is what I hate. I'm cleaning this wall and it looks like it's clean, but it's not. Oh, because it isn't. Missed a bunch. Oops. Here we go. But yeah, there's a new game, Palia, that I want to check out. It looks like it's pretty fun. It's like an MMO type game. I think I posted it in Discord in game discussion. It is free to play. And I think it's PC is the only place they have it right now, but it will come to Switch. But it's like a free to play MMO, and it's like kind of like fantasy style. It's really cute. It looks really cute. I've seen a couple streamers play it. I kind of want to try it out. So if any of you have already played it, let me know if it's worth it. I would say I would honestly play it right now, but I don't have it downloaded, and I think I've got to like create an account. Because it's separate from like Steam and Epic and stuff. It's on like its own thing. It's on its own launcher. We're only 8% done with the fucking firehouse. I feel like I've cleared the whole front of the building and it's not even close to being done. That's not good. I know one of these like took me forever. It was like the little, it's like a little kids park. It took me forever to clean that one. And then this one, just so that I save cleaning solution, I usually use this nozzle to get rid of like all the graffiti. Then I don't have to use my cleaning solution. I think it's usually easier to use this. Here we go. Okay, so the whole front is done. Perfect. Got this little section, the wall base. We already did the metal wall. I kind of want to do the roof. All right, that's done. Okay, let's do the roof because this was freaking filthy. Because this may be like a big chunk of the percentage of like the clean. And this took me the longest on the park and the skate park. Like doing the floors was so annoying. I think I underestimated how big this building was. This one. It's 8.5 hours. Without like stopping, but we'll need to stop at least once for gas, but we also have like a moving truck, like a U-Haul, so we'll probably need to stop twice for the truck. So yeah, it'll be an 8.5 hour drive. We're gonna leave in the morning, so that we get there around like dinner time is the tentative plan. So it'll be a drive. All the pets are gonna have some medicine so that they are chill for me, so I don't go crazy. So hopefully they will be on their best behavior. Yeah, I've done the drive a few times before, because it's in the same city that Kyle is now. And I know I had to like visit him for an emergency a while ago. So I've done the drive. It's not like horrible. It's just long. Like it's just a long drive. And it's just going to be more stressful because I will have the pets. So they will be like, what the fuck is going on? They'll be confused and annoyed. But I will be giving them medicine for them to be a little bit sleepy and hopefully just kind of take a little snooze and wake up at the destination. Because the cats I'm not going to let out of their carriers because I am so afraid that they're just going to somehow slip out and I'm going to like lose them at a gas station and then like lose my mind. So, they are just going to have little sleepy medicine. So hopefully they just take a snooze the whole ride and then wake up and they're like, oh, okay, cool. We're in our new place. So it's going to suck, but we won't have to do the drive many times. Foster will be fine. I'll obviously give him medicine as well because he'll be anxious. So I'll give him medicine too, but I think he'll be in the car with my mom, so I won't have all 3 pets with me in one car, which was worrying me a little bit that they would drive me crazy if they're like meowing and barking in the car. That would not be good for 8 hours. But yeah, it's just a long drive. You're kind of on the highway and you're going through cornfields, like the Midwest is a lot of cornfields. And then it's kind of like a lot of country roads. So you pass a lot of like little farms and stuff. This long nozzle sucks, I think. Hello! Hi, Kiwi! So yeah, it's gonna be a long drive. It's not gonna be a good time. But then once it's over, and I get to unpack. Hello, Laura. Once the drive is over, I'll get to like unpack and decorate and all that kind of stuff is like what I'm looking forward to. Like finally just being able to be like done. Like the drive is going to be the worst part, you know? Oh my gosh, your cats were quiet. 12-hour drive over 2 days. I'm really hoping that my cats are because when I bring them to the vet, they meow the whole time to the vet. And the vet is like a 15-minute drive and they just meow and cry the whole time. So I'm really hoping that they're on their best behavior because... Oh my gosh. I hope they're quiet. I think that our girl cat will be pretty quiet because she's like, I think will be quiet because she'll be scared and she'll probably just like sit there and deal with it. Our boy cat is very vocal just in general. Like in day to day, he's a very vocal cat. He's always meowing. So I feel like he would be the troublesome one, but I'm going to give both of them, the vet gave me like gabapentin or something that will make them kind of sleepy. So hopefully they'll just take a little snooze and then wake up and we're in the new home. So hopefully that's the plan. Cause yeah, I'm not gonna be taking them out of their carrier because I'm afraid that they would escape. And I'd be so sad if they somehow like got out of their carriers. Does that lick your dick? Oh my god. The yell, but the road trip, we got a big cage for both of them. Ooh, okay, see, my cats don't like each other, so I don't think I'd be able to do that. I would love to do that, because then they're at least, like, with each other, and they can, like, cuddle and stuff. My cats don't really like each other, so I don't think they'd like that. They're probably going to yell in their individual carriers. I'm just mentally accepting that it's going to happen and just hoping that it doesn't. Oh, yeah, our boy cat's a bit of a bully sometimes, and he, like, will chase our girl cat, and she's not about it. So she'll get mad at him and run away. So I don't think she would like being stuck in a carrier with him. They're going to be okay. The drive is going to be the worst part, because that's just going to be the most stressful. But then once we get there, we're going to have people helping us, like, move stuff in. So that'll make things easier. Still need to get the wall topper. That'll make things easier. And then, you know, we'll have all of their stuff set up. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. It'll just be stressful the first little bit. Then we'll be okay. But then I also think I'm going to get myself a new desk. I think I was going to get myself a standing desk. I really, really want one. I've wanted one for a while, and I hear good things about standing desks. And I sit all day, so I feel like I should get a standing desk. We're moving, it'll be an 8.5-hour drive. So we will be pretty far. We're just gonna do it in one day though. We're not gonna split it in two. We're just gonna leave in the morning pretty early. And then get there around dinner time. Like I'm trying to leave at like 8 or 9 in the morning, and then we should get there around like 5, maybe 6-ish, I think. Ideally 5, but it just depends on when we leave in the morning. So we're just doing one drive, driving straight through. We'll have to stop for gas at least once, maybe twice with the moving truck, and then we're just gonna like get on the road. Like we're gonna do a drive through for lunch, or like pack something in a cooler so we can just go. I don't get why people want to stand at their desk. It's apparently better for you, like if you do a lot of sitting, your body's like, I think the science behind it or something is like you're not meant to like sit a lot. I mean, unless obviously you feel like a disability or something like that, obviously that's different. But you're not meant to sit a lot. So I think a lot of people like standing desks because then you're able to kind of, some people will put like little mini treadmills under their desks, and then they can like walk on a treadmill while they're doing work. For me, I want a standing desk because I don't leave my house for my day job. So I'm sitting all day, and then I'm streaming and sitting, and then I'm playing games when I'm not streaming. So I'm sitting. So mine, I just feel like I should get a standing desk. Yeah, a healthy mix of like sitting and standing. Yeah, okay. See, Keely knows. Keely knows the better explanation than I had. A healthy mix of sitting and standing. Yeah, most people will get like a standing desk just because like their job, if they're like work from home, they want to have like a mix of sitting and standing. I'm going to get one that you can like change it from sitting and standing. So you'll be able to do both. Right? That's literally me, Keely. That's literally me. I work from home and I'm just on the computer for my job, and then I come home and stream, and I'm on the or I come home. I literally my work computer's here, and then I go to my my setup. I work at the computer and I'm sitting, and then I play games and I'm sitting. So I'm like, I definitely need something that makes me like stand up a little bit. Because my boyfriend has a standing desk, and he says that it has really helped. Like he has like back problems, and so he'll always have back pain from like sitting too long. But with a standing desk, he doesn't have that anymore because he sits and like he stands, and then once he gets tired, he'll sit. But most of the time, he's able to kind of do like a mix of both. I dance almost every day. Yeah. See, I also need to like get back into like exercising and like being healthy because I don't do a lot. I pretty much don't do anything, which is not healthy. So I need to change. That's why I'm like, okay, the standing desk, it's a bit of an investment. They're a little bit pricey depending on where you get them. But then I'm like, okay, I spent all the money on getting this to be able to be a sit and stand desk. I need to use both of the settings, sit and stand. Because otherwise there's like no point to having it. The metal cleaner, I think this is the metal cleaner. Oh, okay. This one's also dirty. My boss work as a sit stand desk. I'm jealous of your boss too. I wouldn't be able to go back into the office just because I'm so used to work from home at this point. But also, like, I get more done when I'm at home. Whenever I used to have to go into the office, I like wouldn't get anything done. People would come to my desk and talk to me. I don't have any more metal cleaner. Can't buy any more at the store. Oh my god, I'm literally gonna have to do this and just power wash this rust off. Oh my god. This is irritating. Yes. Yep. My cable management is not great. However, I would definitely fix it for the sit stand desk. Because my friend did the same thing and she was showing it to me and then she accidentally made it too high and like all of her stuff unplugged. Oops, sorry. Sorry about that. So yeah, I would probably, I have stuff right now that it's like under my desk. So I'd probably do that, but then like give it a little bit of slack. So when I change the, I'd probably set it up for, have it be like nice and organized when the desk is in standing position, sitting position. Obviously everything a little bit more loose, but hiring somebody else to do it, you could, Astra, you could. For 2 days a week and I like the balance, but I totally get why some people prefer. I literally just like work from home because I don't know. I get really annoyed with people. I'm in HR. My day job is human resources. I get too annoyed with people that I always like have to step away from my desk because people just say the stupidest shit. And I'm like, why are you asking this question? You know the answer to this question. I'm not just being mean to people because I'm mean. It's because I know that these employees have asked me the same question before and they should know the answer to it because I've told them the question. And maybe I even told them the answer to that question last week and they somehow forget about it because they just, I don't know. So I just am very frustrated with my job right now where I don't think that I'd be able to like be good in the office because I wouldn't be able to hide my frustration, if that makes sense. I know we get to work from home, Loki, and you always have to drive to LA. I'm sorry. I'm very frustrated with my job right now. And I'm just like, I vent to Astra, my mod, about it all the time. I'm just like, I showed her one of the questions that this person asked, and I'm like, this is literally page 3 of this document that we send you guys. Like, it's literally like the first thing you read after the table of contents, and you're telling people the wrong information, and you've been here for a year. You're telling the people the wrong information. Like, this is a problem. But I'm not high enough in HR to actually, like, do anything about anything. I just get to pass along the info that people aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. And I don't have to deal with that. But my company is also, like, laying people off, so it makes me a little bit worried about my job. However, if I get laid off, all these people are getting a severance. So I'll be fine if I get laid off because I'll at least get paid. I think, Keely, I think I can only do it because I'm not seeing people face to face. And most of what I do is through email. So, like, I can read somebody's email and just, like, judge them. But then I have, like, obviously a nice professional response. Like, per my last email, this is what you're supposed to do. Oh, my gosh. But it's literally I get most frustrated with like our staff that I know should know answers to certain questions and they don't. I'm like, I know you know this and you're just asking me because you're just being lazy. Like, we have a lot of people that will just be lazy and they'll be like, I'm looping into HR to help with this. And I'm like, you know how to do this. Why are you sending this to us? This is not my problem. This is your problem. This is not my problem. Oh my gosh. No worries, Loki. But yeah, I've complained to Astra about like a lot of the people that I work with. My team is great. Our HR team is great. Everybody else. Or like we were acquired by another company. So we have like a couple of companies like merging things together. And that's never really like a super smooth process because you're trying to see like, okay, what do all these companies do for this specific situation? This specific process, and we kind of have to make it all match, and it's annoying, but it's some of these people just are like, well, what is this new process, what is this? And it's like, well, I know that they sent an email about it, and like, I don't know why nobody reads it. Why are you asking me? This is IT's job, not my job. I can't fix your computer. Why are you asking me? Go ask IT. Sounds like a you problem. That's what a lot of my job is. Now that I think about it, I think that's what a lot of my job is people will send me emails and I really wish that I could say that's a you problem, but I have to be like, oh, I think this person handles it. Like, I have to be obviously nice about it. But it's like a lot of my job is just like, oh, I don't handle this. Go reach out to this person. They might know more about it. But it's also like, you guys should know that I'm not the person to reach out to. But they just know that I might know who the right person is. So they just send it to me instead of doing like their own investigating on, who handles payroll? I don't know. I'm going to loop in HR. I don't handle payroll. I don't handle your checks. Email this person. They're the one that's in payroll. Why are you sending this to me? I can't do anything about this. It's stuff like that that just annoys me. And I'm not paid enough to stress about my job. And a lot of the stuff we're dealing with right now is very stressful because stuff doesn't work that should work. Systems don't work that should work. It's corporate America things, you know? But it's, yeah. Enough complaining about my job. I shouldn't be complaining about my job this much. But they're flexible with me moving anywhere. So that's why, that's the good thing about my job is I'm able to move where I need to move for my boyfriend's job without affecting my job. So I don't have to find a new job. So that's a good thing that is saving me a little bit in terms of like stress. Is not having to find a new job, but also everything I'm applying to, they're like not hiring. Even though I know I'm qualified, they're like not really hiring. It's strange. But yes, I'm excited to move once it's done. Because the actual moving process is not fun. But once we're done and I just get to focus on like unpacking and decorating, like I'm excited to unpack and like organize and declutter. And, you know, make lists for like, okay, what do we still need? What do we need to get now that we're in this new space? Because we're going to have a basement. So we're going to have so much storage. We're going to have so much storage. Thank you, Keely. I'm hoping everything just goes smoothly. I'm hoping it goes smoothly because I don't know what I'll do if it doesn't. But I've got most things packed up. Other than stuff that like I'm still using. I could probably pack up a couple more boxes of stuff. And I might be able to start packing up some of my clothes soon. But most of the stuff I haven't been able to pack because I'm like still using it and I don't want to have to like take it out of the box and stuff. But I'm excited to unpack and like decorate a new space. Because we've been in this apartment for almost 4 years. And we outgrew it 2 years ago. Once we got our first cat, we outgrew the space and we needed more space. But it was in the middle of like COVID and quarantine. So it's like, well, it doesn't really make sense for us to move right now. And then my boyfriend lost his job. So then we had to wait for him to find a new job. But then this job is the reason we're moving because it's out of state. And he is already up there, so we've been doing long distance, which is not fun. 10 out of 10, don't recommend. So we've been doing long distance, so I'm also excited to not be apart from him anymore because obviously I love him and want to be around him all the time. But it is not fun to have 3 pets on your own. I will tell you that much. They are a lot. They're a handful. Hey, Vex! Hello, how are you? And I'm also not excited to be like far away from family and friends because like most of our support system is local to us, like in our area. So we will be the only people in this new state and we'll be, you know, hours away from family. So that's also not super fun, but we'll be okay. I have plenty of storage. Now I just wish I had less stuff. That's why I was packing stuff and I didn't even know, like I packed up a bunch of like cords, that any cord that we have, we've just been like throwing it in this bin. And I'm just like, I don't even know what half of these cords go to. So it's like I'm packing them up, but we're probably going to throw half of them away or like donate them. But I'm like, I don't know what half of these cords go to. Kyle wanted to sell all of our furniture. I didn't want to because we don't have the money to buy all new furniture, especially because this place, we're probably only going to be there for maybe like 2 years is kind of our plan. And then after that, ideally, we would want to potentially buy a house. So I'm like, once we buy a house, we'll probably want to buy all new furniture. So we might want to just save our money to buy new stuff until then. But I don't know. And because we wouldn't know what furniture we would want until we're actually in the space of like what fits the vibe, what fits the decor style we want to do. And we'll probably have a better idea of that like whenever we get a house. But we're not there yet. Let me clean this wall. Okay, I'm trying to make sure that I'm like getting this roof mostly clean because like look how big this is. Not fun. Split this up into pieces. But yeah, well, we needed more storage because we've been acquiring things as we have lived here. So we needed more storage space. We needed more room in general because like this apartment, Kyle and I need our separate office spaces / gaming spaces. And then it's also just like a room that each of us can express ourselves like however we want, like put up all of our like nerdy gaming stuff. And I like when the rest of the house like just like kind of looks more homey. So we each need our own space. And then this area, I will have my own office / game room / stream room. And then he's just going to take over the whole basement because we'll have most of that for storage, but then he can kind of do whatever he wants in terms of decorating. And if he's up later, like he usually stays up later than me. So if he's up late, it's in the basement. So I'm not going to hear him versus before when he had this space, I would hear him. And we'd get annoyed at each other because he wanted to play his games, but I wanted to sleep. But then we didn't have the space to like have him have it anywhere else. So we're excited to have more space. Okay, I will, Avex. Yeah, I will check it. Tried power wash a couple times, but I didn't find it relaxing because I want to get eat. Oh, see, I have accepted that these levels take forever to beat. The first couple levels you do only take a little bit. But whenever you play Power Wash and you have these big buildings, oh my god, it takes forever. That's why I'm trying to do this roof, because we were at 8% and then now we're at 28. Because the roof takes forever. Starting at the top. We still also have to do that whole area as well. This one's just gonna take us a bit. It's gonna take us a minute. And I'm not even doing that good of a job at like getting every space. I need the other one. I need the long one. I don't know if this one's better or not. Oh wait, no, see that's not better really. I don't know. I always get confused on which like attachments and stuff I'm supposed to use. And I hate when I have these big areas because then it's not as satisfying because it takes me forever to like complete these big areas versus when I do like the smaller areas, you get the little ding, you get the little Pavlov, what is it? Like training you to be like happy with that noise that you're like, ooh, success. Yeah, it's hard to be thorough when it's like, it's a massive space I'm having to do. Kind of over it. I kind of want to just move on to a different section and then come back to it. Because realistically, we've got like half of it done. Let me do this chunk. And then we're going to do like a different section just to look at something else. This is not fun. But look at that progress bar. We're actually more than halfway done with the garage roof. Okay, maybe I'll actually finish the garage roof. I've lied. But this is like the biggest area that we're working on, so that would be nice for us to be able to be done with. But yeah, I'm overall excited to move. There's just like a lot of stress leading up to it. And we're not sure because we are going to be we're moving to Wisconsin. So we will be in a cold area. Ohio gets cold, but not horribly. And I haven't lived a winter up there, so I'm not sure how it's going to be. So we might not be able to like come home for holidays. For like Thanksgiving and Christmas, it really depends on how the roads are. Because like I mentioned earlier, the way to get to us is like a lot of country roads. So if those aren't like treated, we're not gonna be able to drive on them. So we will see, which it won't be the end of the world if we can't. Honestly, less stressful, but we're probably gonna be able to come home for Thanksgiving, but potentially not for Christmas, depending on the snow. Welcome back, Goose. The drive from where we are now is like 8.5 hours. And most of it's on like big like state highways. And then some of it is on little country roads where you're driving by people's little farms and stuff. And you see all the farm equipment driving on the roads. So those roads, I'm like, I don't think those get like treated. Because they're they're pavement, but one of the roads I think is maybe gravel. I can't remember. But it'll just be harder to plan. We'll have to plan by ear on if we're able to go. It also doesn't make sense to fly because the way that there's not a direct flight between the airports that is closest to us and closest to our family. So the airport route will basically take just as long as the driving route. Like I had flown back when I had visited Kyle. He drove me up there with him, and then I flew back. And it flew me to an airport, and then it got delayed. Then it got delayed again. Like, it flew me from one airport to another airport, then to the airport that I needed to get to. And it basically took as long as if I had just driven myself. So it makes more sense for us to drive versus the airport. But the country roads will take me home, Andrew. That's true. But I'm excited. We're moving to a really pretty area. Obviously, I'm not going to dox myself. I'm excited, nervous, stressed, all the feelings. All the feelings, right? But I'll get to like reset up my setup. And I knew that we were moving, so that's why I never really set up this room too much. But I'll be able to paint. So we could, I could paint my office. I don't know what color I would want it. But I'd be able to paint it. I want to set up my like gaming room, stream room. It'd be really cool. So I'll finally be able to like officially set it up, I guess. But yeah, it'll be a nice little change. We'll have a yard. So right now you guys know I live in an apartment, so I don't have a yard. So Foster will have a yard. He'll be very happy about that. He'll be able to run around. It's not fenced, but we don't have too many neighbors, and our yard is big enough where we can just put him on like a little stake and like a lead, and he can just run around. So he'll have a yard. He'll be very happy about that. We have like one big window the cats are gonna love. We're gonna put a bird feeder in front of it so that they can have 24/7 entertainment. Have the birds all up in their business. They can watch birds all day. We'll be close to Kyle's office for his work, which is the whole reason why we're moving. We'll be in like a little town. Yay! Okay, I cleaned the garage well enough where I didn't have to do like everything. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna try and do the rest of these like roof pieces so that once I get to the underneath, it'll be pretty easy to do the rest. A bird movie? What? Where's my ladder? How do I get up here? Here's my ladder. All right, let's go to the top of this area, and then I think we'll be done with this fire exit once we... West Virginia. Na 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 na. Take me home. Country roads. So yeah, the country roads will take us home. And then once I'm settled, stream schedule might go back to normal. I just need to like settle in, and once we're done moving and unpacking and all that, I'll probably add at least one more day to stream schedule. But stream time might change because I'll be in a different time zone. Which means that it'll be later. If I stream like right after work, like I used to, it'll be later for you guys. Which will stink. So I'll have to figure that out. We'll be moving to Central. We're in Eastern time right now. We'll be moving to Central, so it'll only be an hour difference, which isn't too bad. Okay, perfect. This one is done. Let's do this area. Yeah, so it'll be... No, it won't be earlier. No, because right now I stream at 6 p.m. Kyle right now in Central Time is an hour behind. So if I used to stream at 6 p.m. Eastern and I stream at 6 p.m. Central, it would be technically 7 p.m. Eastern, which would be an hour later, right? No, we're not. Central is... But stream wouldn't be earlier. For anybody else, would it? If I stream at 6 p.m. Eastern normally, and I switch to 6 p.m. Central, that would be 7 p.m. Eastern. Which would mean it's later, right? I'm confusing myself now. Would it be later? It'll be later than you guys are used to. Because I think what I'm going to do with like my work hours is it's going to be at the same time. It's going to be 8 a.m. to like 5 p.m. but in Central Time. Blossom is right. Lux is wrong. For once, I'm right? I think you are. If I moved it, like, so then if I moved my stream earlier for me, it would be the same for you guys. But I think it'll be later. I think it'll be an hour later. I think I explained it the wrong way. I think that's what happened. I also have to figure out, like, if I'm going to have my work schedule be, like, early or not, or if I'm going to keep it. I feel like I'm not making any sense. Right now I work 8 to 5 Eastern. I think what I'm going to do is when I move, I'm going to keep it 8 to 5, but I'll be in Central, which will be that I start work an hour earlier, technically, but then I end work an hour. Or I start work an hour later and end work an hour later, which means that I would stream an hour later, right? I think I'm not explaining it the right way. I think I'm right, but I think I'm explaining it the wrong way. I think I'm explaining it weird. Just stream during work. I wish. I wish. I could do like a co-working stream where I would just be like chatting and working. But you guys obviously wouldn't be able to see anything I was doing to be in records. I'm not trying to get fired. I'm trying to get laid off, guys. So I can get a severance pay and get paid for a month or two. I hate when the fucking fake people text me in Powerwash Simulator. I'm busy. I'm freaking busy. Yeah, it may be later than normally scheduled time, or what I might do is it might be the same as the normally scheduled time, and I just change my hours for work, where I keep the same time that I'm working, but it'll be like earlier in my time zone, but it'll actually be like the same time, where I would change my hours to like 7 to 4:30, which I might do because then I'm like done with work earlier. I don't know. We'll see. Because I like on weekends, like I liked my like morning-ish streams where it was like 12 p.m. my time. For those of you who are Pacific, it was probably actually pretty early because it would have been like 9 a.m. But then for those of you that are across the ocean, it was like around dinner or supper time. So it's like that seemed like a good time. Or like my time right now where I start at like 3 p.m. Like I would love to start at that time. All the time. That would be nice. I don't know. So we'll see. That's why I'm taking that extra stream time off so I can focus a little bit more on YouTube, get settled with moving. And then I want to add back at least one stream day. I want to stream at least twice a week, but I might even change it to just weekends. I don't know. I might have to do like Saturday and Sunday. Is anybody objecting that? Like what if I stream Saturday and Sunday and then YouTube uploads were like Wednesday? Because I feel like most people are more available on the weekends because most people, if they're in work or school, it would be Monday through Friday. So I feel like any time that I would stream on during the weekend would probably work with more people's schedules. No? All is unwell. All of the options suck. So I need to get it together. Whee! Whatever works for you, you're the boss. I know I can make my own decisions, but I'm indecisive. I feel like I'm a bad streamer. I feel like I don't know how to do anything anymore. Like all my recording settings are messed up. I don't know if my settings are still messed up for stream, but I was watching like the grounded VODs and for whatever reason, the quality on those is ass. Like on my Twitch page, it sucked. And the one that I got for YouTube, the quality sucked. I don't know why. Does my quality suck now or does it look okay? I'm streaming, I think, in 1080p. But even 720 should look okay. But it looked like it was ass. I sent it to Astro. I was like, did I fuck something up? I don't remember my quality being this bad. But then I fucked something up when I was doing the settings for my YouTube settings. I set up like a separate profile so I didn't fuck up any of my stream stuff. And I had fucked those up too, so I think it maybe fucked up some of my stream stuff. It looks fine now. Okay, that's, I guess, the most important. I was getting worried that everything was like messed up and I needed to like redo everything. I was getting a wee bit worried. It says 360. See, that's where I'm confused. Like, I don't know why it's doing that because the source should be whatever I set it at, and I don't have it set at 360. I have it set at least at 720, but I'm pretty sure I have it at 1080. So I'm just like, oh great, like all my grounded VODs suck because it's hard for you to even see what's going on when it's that blurry. I know it can be changed, but I think when it says source, that means what my quality is, right? Like, I know you're able to change it. Because sometimes, like, if I'm watching stuff with, like, cell phone service, some people all have to, like, make their stream lower quality because I'm using my cell phone service. So, like, you can make it lower quality if you need to. I don't know. I'm sorry, Laura. I'm glad it wasn't a serious one, but that still stings. me see. What do my OBS settings say that it's at? It says that it's 60 frames per second. The kilobytes are low because I think I do have actually shitty internet, which we all knew. Output streaming 1920 by 1080. What it says that it's streaming out. A candy fight? What? You could say it was a sweet fight. Okay. This I think is like good enough. Now we can finally go down. However, this is dirty. We can finally start to make our way doing something other than the roof. And we're halfway done, y'all. We're halfway done. Oh, I need it expanded. Yeah, Laura's coming up with all these little like phrases. Like floats your boat, tickle your pickle. Need more. Woo! Ah! All right, let's start from the bottom and work our way up. Work on just this wall. But see, now that we have those big ones done, I think as we like get through these other ones, it's gonna go pretty fast. Like all these different walls that we've got. Get the wall and then we'll get the door. Would that lick your dick? Would that tickle your taint? I'm trying to think because I know I've like heard other ones before that are like similar to that. Floats your boat. Would that wet your whistle? I've heard that one. What else? Don't ever say that again. There's a streamer I watch and she says that every time her chat gets close to a hype train. She said, "You guys are tickling the taint of a hype train right now." And it's so funny because it's so like out there. All right, do we have all this done? It's just the window. Tickling taint, ayo. I'll go on 8 cuddles. Thank you for 25. How are you? We're playing Power Wash.
Tickling tainteo.
I didn't think the TTS was gonna say that. I have glass cleaner. Glass cleaner? We do. Perfect. There you go. Amazing. On ESO and watching. Is that Elder Scrolls Online? Would that pity your titty? But see, I feel like that one still is like tickle your titty sounds better. But it also doesn't really make a lot of sense. But honestly, none of these really. See, I've seen a couple people play Elder Scrolls Online and it looks fun, but I don't know. I don't know if I would like it. I go back and forth on if I would like a bunch of games because I'm just like, do I want to buy that game? I'm very frugal with my purchases. Like, Or like depending on how much it costs. I'm like, will I get X amount of hours of playtime in this game? That's how I decide stuff. Yeah, I'll let you know, Cuddles. Alliteration though. That yeah, it's gotta be. Didn't they come out with I think ESO came out with a new DLC. I think that's what was making me want to play it because I was gonna try and get it for free from the publisher and play it. From Keymailer. There was like some new expansion. I was like, ooh, maybe I could like start playing at the new expansion. Who knows? 25 years. Yeah, Necron. That's the one that I saw. Resident Evil 4 remake. Oh, were you doing like another playthrough? I'm trying to think what have I been playing lately? I've been playing a lot of Tears of the Kingdom. A bit of Dead by Daylight. I haven't really played any new games recently. I haven't had time. I think that's the other thing is I don't want to like get into a game yet that like is gonna take a lot of my time and energy until I know I can like give it the time and energy that I know that I'll want like when I'm playing. Does that make sense? I don't think my brain is working today, y'all. Both times I ended up just playing Skyrim within 3 hours. That's kind of how I feel, Andrew. I feel like I would just want to then start a new Skyrim file. Which I've also been thinking of that as well. Where I'm like, I kind of just want to play Skyrim again. I've been itching to play like Skyrim or Fallout again. And I'm like, but that's going to be another like 100-hour commitment. Because both of those, I think when I did my first playthrough, took like 100 hours. 160 maybe for Fallout. I think Fallout was maybe 140. I'll be able to check my Steam and get an exact number. But I was like, I kind of want to play another one of those games, but I'm like, I feel like I need to wait until I'm done with like something else and then be able to hyperfixate on that. Brain always stops on the weekend. That's where I'm at. I'm like, my brain is just mush. I actually might be able to play the SpongeBob DLC, Laura. Let me see. Because this is on my Xbox Game Pass. I might be able to do the SpongeBob DLC. I'm going to see if I can do that because I think I want to do that. I think I want to clean the Krusty Krab. Instead of this fire station. Why is it so dirty? Like, why is this so filthy? I can't believe it. Okay, let me actually see. Special. Like, can I just... No, I'm pretty sure that I can just... Tomb Raider? Tomb Raider? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can... I thought I could download the DLC with Game Pass, because usually it lets me have the DLC too. Let me quit and reload. Add-ons for this game. Oh, I have to buy it. I'm not gonna buy it. Oh, I thought that it was gonna let me do it. Okay, just kidding. That one's free? The SpongeBob one isn't. We could do Tomb Raider. Is it? It says it's an add-on special pack. Oh, I can get it for free. Hold on. Let's do the Tomb Raider. I accidentally just started the credits. Why did I do that? Close. I can get you to agree. Okay, yep. Ready to use in game. No download needed. Perfect. Yeah, let's do we're gonna do Tomb Raider. Hold on. It said I didn't need to download it. Cause I don't know if any of you answered and I missed a message. Have any of you played Palia or Palia? It's a free like MMO that just came out on beta like a couple days ago, and I kind of want to try it out, but I don't know if anybody's already played it and if it sucks or not. Okay, hold on. We can do the Lara Croft one. I got it set up. Okay. Yes, thank you, Cuddles. I will let you know. I'll take a look and let you know. You saw Vixella? That's why it's like a lot of streamers have been playing it. I'm like, it looks kind of fun. Sunk into ESO, that's valid. I feel like they're probably sort of similar games. Because is ESO an MMO? Look at the Manor. I don't remember this Manor though. I don't remember this. I'm sad I can't do the SpongeBob one. I don't know what this Manor is from. MMORPG. Okay, I see. That's why I don't know what the I don't know what Palia is like categorized as. Is this a different pressure washer? Oh, I'm using a different one. That's why. This should be fine. I don't remember this Manor. What game is this one from? We played all the Tomb Raiders. We're gonna go from top to bottom on each section. But I think we might still need a ladder. Because I also need to take a look at my free Epic games and play some of those too. Because I've been downloading a lot of the ones that I've seen come through, I think. What is a corbel table? What the hell? Ah! Crap. Oh, I can move this? Yo? Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Shadow, you play as little Laura? Oh, I do remember when you play as little Laura, and isn't she like fucking doing parkour on her house? And it's like, girl, you're 12, you should not be doing this. I think all of this is clean. Okay. Making our way down. Come my way downtown. I was even thinking yesterday, I was like, oh, I kind of want to play the Tomb Raider games again. Those were fun. That was a great recommendation, guys. I think Laura recommended it. A couple of you did, though. But I know Laura really wanted me to play it. And they were very fun. They're fun to watch. I sucked at the combat in those so bad. But I liked, like, that was probably one of the first, like, more linear games I've played in a long time. Or, like, a lot of the games that I play are, like, more open world. Like, I was playing Skyrim before that and Fallout. And, like, those are kind of, they're very, like, open world. So it was nice to have something with more of, like, a linear story. Fuck, I keep falling off this damn scaffolding. Almost done with the wall. Woohoo, done with the wall. Beautiful. This whole section is done. We're killing it. I'm gonna do all the top sections first. Definitely the most vocal about it. I think all of you were like, oh yeah, Tomb Raider would be good. And Laura was like, yes, please play Tomb Raider. And I was like, all right, bet. Especially once I was able to get, I think I got the second and the third. I think I was able to get on for free on Epic. So that was like also an amazing thing. Very happy about that. Buttress. That's what we're cleaning now. Imagine having a house like this. Probably pretty sick. It would suck to clean though. I guess is why you hire the power washing people. Come on, please. Please let me in. Yo. BioShock 1 and Infinite is... I feel like I have so many games I need to play. I think that's my problem right now is... Especially because like I really only grew up on Nintendo. There's a lot of games that were probably like... And game series that were originally on like Xbox and PlayStation that I can now play on PC that I just never played. That I know that I need to. Like the Tomb Raider games. The BioShock games. I'm trying to think what else. Halo. Like I've never played a Halo game. I can get that on my Xbox Game Pass. So I want to try that. Trying to think what else. Like not necessarily like big game series. Like it doesn't have to be big. But just one that like I feel like a lot of people have played and enjoyed that I feel like I should try it out as well. You know? Like even I guess Undertale could even count under that as well. But I had like never played Undertale, and Undertale is one that like the people who love Undertale love Undertale. I still never finished it though. I should at some point. I don't know if I will. Halo, I could play co-op. See, that's where I was like, I feel like I probably need somebody to help me. Rather a log cabin in the bush. Yeah, that's where they hire me. That's why they hire me to clean this huge ass house. Yeah, I feel like it'd be fun to like vacation in this house, but I don't think it'd be that fun to live in just because it's so fucking big. It's like too big, you know? That's what she said. Okay, and I wouldn't stop telling you until I played it. No, but I was like, if you guys are really wanting me to play it like this bad, like if it's this good of a game, and same with like Plague Tale. I loved Plague Tale. I never would have picked that game up on my own had you guys not suggested it. So it's like, I feel like I do need to like play like the BioShock games. I'm trying to think what else. What other games? Oh, I was like, what is happening to my screen? It's Shrek. Just Shrek. And they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. Now I have 69 petals. I need a channel point that's just 69. That's what I want to do as well, is like, I think what my plan is once I move, I'm going to take like a little week hiatus. And I want to like fix the stuff on my stream that's broken, fix the settings, mess around with the settings, see what works, add like channel points. Because I have a couple, but I need some more like lower amount ones that are easy for you guys to spam, but that aren't too disruptive, since more people would be able to use them with less points, you know? Hello! It's been a while since they announced a new Tomb Raider. Wait, there's gonna be a new one? Like a fourth one to the one that I played? In that series? It's a big ass spider, kill it! Or run away. I sucked up a spider web with my vacuum a while ago. I literally have my mini vacuum like right here. Spider web on my light. But I didn't notice, so I just destroyed his home. Live on stream earlier. So we don't know. They didn't give us any information. I would honestly probably replay all 3 of the other Tomb Raider games. To refresh myself before playing the 4th one, if that one's like a continuation of that storyline. Because I really like that series. I need to play more games like that. It's like a kind of a series of games. Like that and Plague Tale. I had so much fun with those. Even though I suck at the combat, I suck at that kind of combat. Oh my god, it was so fun. The story was so good. I'll forever love my Rat King Hugo. Roderick also deserved better. Amicia is annoying as fuck sometimes, but we love her, you know? Don't do it. I always have to kill spiders. That's like, I cannot deal with bugs. I try and let most bugs like escape. Like I try and catch them and let them out. But spiders freak me out too much. I have to kill them. I know that they're good and they'll eat all the other bugs that I don't want in my house, but I just can't. Because like the slow moving bugs, I can grab them and let them out. Spiders are too fast and they scare me. I'm sorry. I'm scared of every bug. I don't like silverfish because they're so quick. And they're like, they have too many legs. It freaks me out. There we go. Automod did not like motherfuckers. I'll allow it. Yeah, any bug that like moves a little too fast. And, like spiders, I can never like catch. I never catch them, and then I freak out and I squish them. See, now a pet tarantula I feel like is different. Because it's big enough for you to always kind of see what it's doing. I personally wouldn't have one, but like I get it. But like a tarantula, I don't feel like I'd be that scared of as a spider. Whereas like a spider, I don't know, they just scare me more. Where is this wall almost done? Where did I miss on this wall? Here we go. There we go. Okay, I got the wall. There we go. Let's get this out of the way. Blue fluffy one. See, that would be cute because he'd be like a little cartoon character spider. Moving around in your mouth. I don't want to think about a spider moving in my mouth. Absolutely not. No thanks. I'll pass. What is that one meme? Thanks, I hate it. Yeah, thanks, I hate it. I don't want to think about that. Oh, yeah, I remember that in that Billie Eilish music video. I did not like that. Where it, like, crawls out of her mouth. But even, like, she has, like, some, like black goop coming out of her eyes. Even that made me uneasy. That made my eyes hurt. Did I get this clean yet? Oh, no I didn't. I missed a whole section. Let's clear this floor. Stability with a spider. Why do you have that next to your bed if it freaks you out? It's a cool poster and I appreciate like the artisticness of her vision. Her artistic vision. But no thanks. Not for me. Yeah. Oh, there'll be holes in your walls. Oh yeah, if you like pinned it up on your wall. Look how cute and fluffy he is. Okay, no, see, that one's cute because he looks like a little cartoon tarantula. He looks like a little cartoon character. He's a little blue fluffy guy. The furrier the spider, the faster it cooks. What? What are you talking about? Why are we cooking a spider? Why are you trying to eat it? But no. To each their own. Not for me, but happy for you. God, this manor is gonna take forever. I need this back. Good, there we go. That's part of the wall that I haven't gotten. What wall am I missing? Does that count? No, that's a different wall. Where's the rest of this manor wall? That? So that's a different wall. That's the lower tower wall. Where is the dirt on the manor wall? Okay, let me do the window. There we go. There's the rest of the manor wall. Okay, perfect. Window frame done. I'll cuddle the spider and squeeze it. Oh my god. I can understand the little blue guy because that's cute. The little blue tarantula is kind of cute. I can understand that a bit more because he just looks like a little cute. Like a little toy. Can hop off of this. Need to move it over. This wall. I don't know if I'd be able to have like any other pets other than like cats and dogs at this point. I've had hamsters, but then I had one hamster that was a evil shit. And so now I can't really have hamsters, and like rodents and stuff kind of freak me out because I'm really afraid that I'm gonna get bit. But I never used to get bit. I had like 2 hamsters before and they were the sweetest little things. And then I had an evil hamster that we literally returned because he was so mean. And then I'm like, I can really only trust cats and dogs at this point. I don't think I'd want like a lizard or like a turtle because for me, they don't really do enough. They just kind of sit there, which if that's the kind of pet you want, totally fine. But I'm like, they kind of bore me. Bird, maybe, but I feel like Lilo would want to kill a bird. Snack time! Yeah, go get some snacks. How did your hamster escape? I don't think we ever had our hamsters escape. They never got out. One time, though. One time they did try and kill each other. My sister's hamster tried to kill my hamster in the middle of the night. They were sisters. I don't know why her hamster was trying to kill her sister. She tried to kill her in the middle of the night. And then, my dad was like awake, and so he like separated them. And then they were fine the rest of the night, but he told us in the morning, he's like, we're gonna have to like separate them, or they're gonna do this like every night. So we put them in separate cages, and then my sister's hamster, something was neurologically wrong with her hamster. Like something was very wrong with her hamster. Her hamster was unwell in the head. My hamster was fine. She was just chilling. Her sister tried to kill her and she was just chilling still. No, the spider! Did you lose it? Uh-oh. You better find it. Yeah, my sister's hamster then, after we separated them, I think even before we separated them, I can't remember when she started doing this, but she started to get really nippy. And so you had to wear gloves whenever you were handling her because she would just bite you. But then it was funny because we would always like hold our hamsters and like watch TV or something. We were watching a show and something like scary happened in the show, and then her hamster peed on her. Like the hamster literally got jump scared and pissed herself. Feel bad for her. But she had something wrong because she tried to like climb to the top of her cage and would throw herself off of it. Something was wrong with that hamster. I don't know what was going on. My hamster was fine. She survived an attempted murder and was just chilling. But then the hamsters before that, we had one that was like a school hamster. Our neighbor was like a teacher, and she's like, I don't want this hamster. It was like the one that I had in my school classroom. Do you guys want it? And I was like, hell yeah. And this hamster loved me because think about like a school hamster for like middle schoolers and stuff. Middle schoolers are gonna be assholes to this hamster. And I was just so sweet and gentle and nice to it. It lived a great couple years. I think it lived for like 2 years after we had it, and she had it for like 3. Where is this planter still dirty? Do I have to clean the fucking plant? Hello? Blackpink album. Oh, I hope it's not hiding behind that. That would be good. You gotta check. But yeah, so I can't really have like hamsters or rodents anymore because I'm just always afraid they're gonna kill me now. It's because I had one bad one after 2 very like good hamsters that were just like chill. Oh, I'm gonna have to get a ladder to get like way up there. Oh no, Andrew. Is this one done? Yes. That's not done. Oh, it is. Okay, that's done. That's done. That's done. Get this one piece. How about this? Where is this dirty? Oh, there it is. I got it. Okay, sick. That's all done. Okay. Is it hiding now? No. We're getting the window column. I promise once I move, we will start at least a monthly Discord game night. I promise. And if I don't, please bother me about it until I get it set up. I don't have it scheduled by the end of September. Let me know and bother me about it. Because I keep saying I'm going to do that and then I don't. What? What do I know? Oh, the move is coming up. We're moving beginning of September and we're moving to Wisconsin. So I will be closer to Canada. We won't be close to Canada, but closer than Ohio. So it is coming up. So I'll take a little bit of a stream break. I'm trying to get stuff recorded for YouTube so that that can all post while I'm gone. So even though I'm not streaming, the next video should be posted this week. I have to finish editing. I've been having issues with my editing program lately. So I'm ideally gonna have all of the killer frequency videos scheduled to be posted like before my move. So there will be 2 more in August and then either 1 or 2 in September. Where is the rest of this damn dirt? Oh my god. Been on the YouTube grind a little bit, but also haven't because I've been too stressed. Yeah, let me move this off the edge. Good. Nobody tell OSHA that I'm jumping off my fucking scaffolding, breaking my legs to clean off this building. Where the fuck is the rest of the dirt on this wall? Hi, Sean. Welcome on in. Sorry, I missed your message. Welcome on in. You're watching in your RV. Fun. I hope you're having fun in your RV. I hope you have safe travels. You're camping or just staying local. There we go. We finally got that wall. Finally. Yeah, Astra will still be in Ohio. Most of our family and friends will still be in Ohio. Must clean for Laura. My legs! Yeah, I wish I had the SpongeBob DLC because that would be perfect. Where is the rest? Okay, there we go. I was like, where is this tiny spot that we need on the window? Traveling, helping out with disaster relief. I'm so glad that you're able to do that. Thank you for helping with disaster relief. Feel free to share where if you feel comfortable. But I'm glad that you're able to help out with that. I don't think I have the mental capacity to be able to help out with that, so I'm glad that you do. Help out people that need it. Right now, we're just not doing anything. We're playing Power Wash Simulator. And since close my college, need a vacation next summer. It would be closer, that's true. It would be closer. Alright, I don't know how it wants me to get the very tippy top of this thing. Can I like, do I have a ladder or do I only have this scaffolding? Let me see, what other equipment do I have? Because if I don't have like a ladder, I don't know how the hell it wants me. I have another scaffolding, but that's the same height. Am I really supposed to put my step stool on top of my scaffolding? That feels like a safety hazard. Up in California with fires. Oh, geez. That's why like California is so beautiful. I would not be able to deal with the fires and stuff. That would be so scary. This was letting me put it up there for a second. Oh, there we go. Oop. This is not safe. Don't do this at home, guys. Oh, you know what? I'm probably gonna have to use this one. It's teeny tiny power washer. But I'm still missing a bunch. I don't know where I haven't. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Okay, we got the big one. Now we need to get this window, which is going to be tricky. I may actually need to back this up a bit. Again, don't do this at home. Oh, but see, I can't move this because I've got this stupid little stool on top. It's not supposed to be there. My lord. Back there. Get off of this. Oops. We'll move it back a bit. Then I think we should be able to get this window, right? Doing this for 9.5 years? Oh my gosh. Wait, what are you guys saying? What did you say? 11-hour drive from Green Bay to my cottage, so plus or minus. Yeah, that would be a bit more. It'd be a bit longer. I always wanted to pay it forward, help out, because we know how it feels to be hit by disaster and rely on mercy strangers' help. We lost our home to Hurricane Katrina. Oh my God, Sean, I'm so sorry to hear that. I like that you guys are paying it forward, though. To kind of, you know, you've been in that situation. You understand where these people have been with disaster relief. So if you're able to help, I think that's awesome. We finally did it. We did the stupid window. Let's freaking go. Okay, I think we've got everything done here. Whew, okay. Now we can do this lower level. I don't know, Laura. I don't know. If you ever want a pretty road trip to hang out in Island for a week, let me know. Oh, yeah. Hurricane Tortilla. That is a vine. That's a throwback. Right, where I think... Oh, I was like, we're halfway done with the manor. No, there's a whole other chunk over there that we've got to clean. At the top of this so that we can clean the rest of it kind of from the ground level. I think that'll be a bit easier. Oh, such a blessing to be able to pursue passion and make a difference. I love that for you, Sean. I'm so happy that you guys are able to do what you love. And also what you love and are passionate about. also helps other people. That's like the best possible case scenario, right? I clean this wall. Oh, the wall. Okay, let me go at the bottom. Move that out of the way. We'll kind of work on this section. Get these pillars done. Or pilaster. Thought it was a pillar, but I guess it's probably similar. This big arch. See, I would love to keep some of this on the building. The mossy stone looks so cool. I don't want to get rid of it all. Where else am I? Oh, here we go. Here's the arch that I didn't clean yet. Here we go. Almost. Where's the rest of the... Oh, here we go. Over there. Let me get this pillar again. Alright, we're done with the arch. Let's do the door. This is a huge freaking door. Imagine trying to push this. Like how? Literally how? Oh, I've got to clean each of the door hinges. Oh, crap. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3. Oh, the small door. There's a little door inside of the big door. That is so funny. Aw, Sean, you're gonna break my heart. I can't imagine being away from your kids. But I think it makes it easier, like, knowing, you know, what you guys are doing. You know, she knows that you guys are helping people. You know, obviously it's not fun for her to be away from her parents. But, you know, she knows you guys are helping people. I think that's awesome. Oh my god, I could not even imagine. I struggle to even be away from my pets. I cannot even imagine being away from my kid. But again, like everybody in chat is already saying, it's awesome what you guys are doing. Be proud of yourselves. I'm glad you guys are taking a little bit of time to just rest and relax while you're in stream. Just watch some nice relaxing power wash simulator. It's just been hard. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I can't even imagine. Yeah, exactly. You guys are teaching her to like always help other people. So you guys are already like helping raise her right, you know? Leading by example. Isn't that what that's called? Yeah, I can't even imagine all the stuff that you guys are seeing. And, like, you know, people are losing their homes. That just is horrible. But sometimes you can only do so much, you know? Yeah, it'll be so good to be home once you guys are home. And not a lot of people can do what you guys are doing either. It's with how stressful it can be. Buy a fire truck and hose the house? That probably would work better, right? I'm using this little rinky-dinky power washer for these huge walls. I don't know why I don't have something a bit more heavy duty. I also want to finish this before we like end stream, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish this one. Only 28%. That's still dirty. Hi, Shady! Welcome on in! Cuddles. Oh my god, Dad! What have you been up to, Shady? I know you've been busy lately with like work and stuff. I hope that's going well. Yay for internet upgrades! I'm gonna get better internet when I move. I'm so excited to not have Spectrum. I freaking hate Spectrum. I realized because whenever I play Valorant, I always get an error that I've got like a network issue, but my game doesn't actually lag at all. So I was like always confused. I thought it was just like a glitch. But then Kyle said that at his place, like with the new Wi-Fi provider, he doesn't have that issue. So I think that's like half of my stream issues is fucking Spectrum. So I'm so happy to not have to deal with their shit anymore. Oh yeah, the Stream Elements sponsorships, Laura, they're hit or miss. I know some streamers who do them and they like get a decent amount of money, and then I know some streamers that like it's not really worth it, or like what they're offering you is like not really fair payment. You can always try it out. You can always try it out and see if you like it. I've never tried any of them, so I don't have any first-hand experience that I can give you. I've heard different things from different people. I know that's not helpful advice at all. So. I think they offer it, as long as you use Stream Elements, I think they offer it to everybody. Or the Raid Shadow Legends, I think they offer to everybody. Certain ones they might only offer to certain people, but the Raid Shadow ones, they offer to most people. Because I get those emails too, and I'm like, I don't really want to play that game. That's why, like, I've heard of people doing the Raid Shadow Legends ones. I think most people are, like, successful with that, because I think you only have to get, like, a certain amount of people to download it. Can't remember what the requirements are. Okay, I've lost my mojo. I'm doing the thing the wrong way. All right, I'm going to start at the top, and we make our way down. That's what we've been doing for the rest of this house. Did I miss a whole freaking section over there? I'm gonna break my legs again. I'm not playing Raid Shadow Legends, nah. It's not everybody's cup of tea. That's fine. 60 download, but it was like 0.5. I feel like mine is... I have a good download, but I have a bad upload. Like, I don't have the best upload. But I can't check it while I'm streaming because it is not going to be accurate. think mine is like 500 download. My upload, I can't remember what it is. I want to say it's like 10. Get a gigabit. Yeah, that's where I am. I can only get it through Spectrum, and I already pay $100 a month for my shit internet. I'm not giving them any more of my money. But Kyle has like up to a gig for less than what I pay. I think it's like 80. And he hasn't had any of the weird network issues that I've had. So I think Spectrum is just ass. So I'm excited to not have it. I told them I was moving and I was gonna need to like cancel my service. And they're like, oh, where are you moving? We can just transfer your service. And I'm like, fuck no. Fuck no. I don't want to be your customer anymore. Did I not get the other side of that tower? Oh yeah, I missed a whole section. Good lordy. We did what we could to help firefighters push fires back. I appreciate you guys doing that, Sean. That's awesome. I can't imagine how stressful it is. But like you said, you're helping other people. You've been in that situation. You know how it feels to be in that situation. I think that's awesome that you're able to like be able to help other people deal with that. Like you've been in their shoes. You know how it feels. You know the stress of it. Keep knocking myself off this damn thing. I still feel like I'm even gonna miss some of that somehow. Maybe not. Excuse me. Yeah, I pay $100 a month for my shit-ass Wi-Fi. And you know what's even more fucked? Is they are the only provider that services this area. So I can't even change my Wi-Fi provider if I wanted to. Because Spectrum, again, sucks. And they're the only ones that are allowed to work in this apartment building. It's such BS. They've got like a monopoly in this area. I don't know why. I thought we do know that Spectrum sucked. I'm catching anybody else up that didn't know how much Spectrum sucked. Or in case anybody forgot. True. At least we have Wi-Fi. That's very true. I just wish it wasn't so costly for the service they provide. Not even good Wi-Fi. Like even there's stuff that I have to do for work that I've noticed that like doesn't work on my Wi-Fi that like I need to work for my job. Like we use some like Wi-Fi phone app to call people from work. So like people I call don't have like my personal cell phone number, like to keep work and personal life separate. And that always like disconnects and I have to call from my normal phone anyway. And it's not supposed to do that. I think Spectrum is only US. I think they're only based in the United States. Everyone I know how Spectrum hates it. It sucks. It's not good. It might be good in some areas, but in my area, it's absolute trash. And what my mom would do is we finally switched to somebody else. My mom like had the same like Wi-Fi provider and like cell phone provider for like years. And every single year they would try and change her bill. She's like, I've been a customer for 10 years. If you raise my bill, I'm going to go with somebody else. And so they were able to like keep her bill the same for so long. But then they stopped doing that. So she switched to somebody else and got a lower rate. And they have better Wi-Fi. I can't say the provider though, because I'll dox myself. Comcast is the worst. See, I don't think we have Comcast by us. Well, actually, I don't even know what I have by me, because once I figured out that literally I can only have Spectrum, I didn't really look at other providers because I didn't want to know how much I could be paying for the same service or for better service that I would never be able to have. Where is this? Oh, there we go. I was like, where is this wall still dirty? I took what I could get, so I was able to relocate in time. That makes sense. Like, sometimes you just don't have an option, and you have to go with maybe not the greatest option, but it's what you needed to do at the time. Nothing wrong with that. Also, I'm sorry if I'm missing messages. If I miss anybody's message and you want to make sure I see it, just type it again. Speaking from my experience with my work. Super stoked. Sure. Wait, you're moving into a house? Shady, did I miss that? When I last spoke to you, I had to relocate for my new job. Basically a month to find somewhere to move my shit halfway across the country so I can fussy. Oh, no, I do remember that you said that you moved to a new apartment or flat. Eager to get out of here. It's fun. I like it. It's a good like time sink. It's a good time killer. But you have to be like kind of strategic when you play it. Like you can't just go all willy-nilly or you'll miss the tiniest speck of dust and the game will be like, hey, you need to go do that. And it's like, where is it? And you can like hit tab and it'll show you like all this orange of like this whole thing is dirty. But when you have a tiny speck of dust, it's impossible to find. That's my only con with the game so far. Is like when I have a tiny speck of dust somewhere, it is such a pain in the ass to find it. An apartment. Do you guys no, mostly over here we say apartment, but I thought that you guys said flat. That's why I said flat. Hilly, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Let me jump up here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get all that. Here we go. Gotta get that wall right there. There we go. Perfect. Alrighty. Ooh, where do people say flat then? If you guys say apartment. We're moving into a house. We didn't buy a house. We're renting a house, but that's where we're moving. We'll have a house. We'll have a little bit of a yard. We'll have a bigger kitchen because my kitchen is tiny and I hate it. Our apartment, I know I'm like shitting on my apartment and like everything. Our apartment was perfect when we first got it, but we outgrew it within like 2 years and we've been here for almost like 4. We just outgrew it and we needed more space. We've needed more space for a long time. So like, but also oh my god, I didn't tell you guys about my neighbor. I didn't tell you guys about my neighbor. I haven't told you anything about this man. And I'm so glad that I'm moving because if I had to deal with them any longer than I already have to do, I would be bald because I would be ripping my hair out. House is so excited. Yeah, we just need more space. We're gonna have like a whole basement, so we'll have a bunch of storage. Kyle's gonna have his gaming stuff down there. Oh my gosh. Go ahead, Cuddles. Take care. Yes. There's more to this man. There's more to this man. Okay. So first of all, I live on the top floor, right? So I don't have an upstairs neighbor. I don't hear anybody stomping, anything like that. I also feel like I am a good upstairs neighbor. I'm not stomping. I'm not doing crazy things in the middle of the night. Our apartments are older, so people do probably still hear me walking around, but like it's very minimal. Like I feel like I'm probably a good upstairs neighbor. Nobody's ever complained about me, so I'm assuming I'm like good enough of an upstairs neighbor, you know? So when we first moved in, we had a family that lived below us that had 2 little girls that were like under the age of 5. Like they had 2 young kids. And I would always hear them like through the floor. So like our apartment walls are not thick and our floors are not thick. Like I could hear my neighbors below me. If they were talking loud enough, I could hear their whole conversation. So after that family moved out, we had another family move in that just had 1 kid. And I would always hear them fighting all the time. Then the whole drama with them is that I thought that they had broken up at one point because I didn't see the girl anymore and I only saw the guy. And then I saw the girl like drop the kid off. So I was like, oh my God, no, they like definitely broke up. But then whenever they moved out, the guy was moving out and the girl was there too. So I was like confused on like if they were together or not. Anyways, that's besides the point. That neighbor I hated whenever they were almost moved out because for whatever reason, like a month or 2, I think it was maybe only a month before that he was moving out, he decided to get a new alarm clock. And so I would wake up whenever this dude's alarm clock would go off in the morning and he would wake up at 6 in the morning. And then to make matters worse, he wouldn't wake up to his fucking alarm. So I hated those neighbors when they were like moving out because I was like, oh my God, you guys can't move out soon enough. You randomly got a new alarm clock and I wake up to your alarm and this is not fun. And then when they moved out, they decided that they were going to be moving out their furniture until like midnight on a Tuesday. So they were fucking loud when they moved out and then they were like renovating that apartment. So nobody lived in there for a while. It was so nice. It was so quiet. This man that moved in, I didn't even know that somebody had moved in because I never saw him. And I'm at home all the time. So like I see everything that goes on in this apartment complex because I'm home all the time. Because I work from home and I don't really leave the house. But I didn't even know somebody moved in below me until I saw that like somebody had started closing the blinds. Like whenever they were like doing renovations and stuff on that apartment, the blinds were always open. So like I didn't think anybody had moved in yet. So I only knew because like the blinds had started to be closed and I was like, okay, this guy's like really quiet. Well, 2 weeks ago, I realized, oh, this guy has a dog. You wonder how I figured that out? Because when he would leave for work, the dog would start barking at 7 a.m. Where was the dog? Locked in the bedroom, directly below me. So I would be woken up at 7 a.m. by his dog, which I am not blaming the dog. It is not the dog's fault. However, this man, I would get woken up by his dog at 7 a.m. So I'd be annoyed and I'd like have to get up earlier than I usually do. It was irritating, but like it wasn't that big of a deal. It happened like 2 or 3 days in a row. And then I like didn't hear the dog barking until maybe like 8 or 9 when I was already going to be awake. So like it didn't bother me that much. But the dog, it sounded like it was in the bathroom. And the bathroom had like, the bathroom is thinner floors. So like if our apartments are mirrored, like it's the exact same layout stacked on top of each other. So if the person below me would like flush their toilet, I can very clearly hear it. So it sounded like the dog was like locked in the bathroom. And I was like, oh my God, that's like so sad if the dog is locked in the bathroom. Because not only did this dog wake me up at 7 in the morning, right? Which is already like annoying enough that I'm like getting awoken by my neighbors. Like it's just like irritating. Not only that, the dog is barking the whole day. The whole day. The whole day. Okay? I work from home. So I'm in the next room over and I hear this dog barking literally all day, starting from 7 a.m. And I'm like, okay, this guy is probably gonna like come home at lunchtime and like let his dog out to go to the bathroom. No. So the dog is barking all day, and I can tune it out because you guys know I have Foster. I can tune him out when I need to, so I'm like, whatever, I can tune him out this dog and still get it done. But I felt so bad for the dog that I'm like, oh my god, this guy didn't come and like let his dog out. It's just like barking in this room, like confused, like, bitch, what the hell's going on? This guy doesn't get home till like 8 at night. 8 at night. So this dog was alone for like 12 hours, didn't go outside. And then like once the guy was home, the dog was quiet. So I don't blame the dog. He's confused. He's like, what the hell is going on? Where's my parents? Like, why am I locked in a fucking room? It might have been in a crate, but I think that it was in the bathroom because I'll get to it later. It's a big dog. It's not gonna fit in the bathroom that we have. Like if it was a little dog like Foster, he could like easily like be locked in that bathroom and like have plenty of space to like lay down or whatever. But this is a big dog. And I only figured that out recently because this guy gets worse. So, like 3 days, the dog like wakes me up earlier than I would like. It's annoying. There's not really anything I can do about it because I also have a dog that barks all the time. So like, it's annoying, but I really can't do anything about it, right? Well, recently. So, I'm trying to figure out how to like keep this story sort of cohesive. So first of all, I didn't really like my neighbor because I was like, this guy has a dog that barks all the time and I'm judging him because he doesn't come home and let his dog out when he has like long shifts at work or like doesn't have anybody come over and let the dog out. So I'm judging him as a dog owner already. I'm annoyed that I'm getting woken up when I'm not ready to wake up for the day. So whatever. Already starting off on a bad foot, right? Well then, the next week, so that was like 2 weeks ago, is like the dog was waking me up and I was annoyed about it, right? Now the next week, I am woken up, but I don't hear anything. So I'm like, why did I just wake up at 7 in the morning? Like, I get that the dog woke me up, but I don't hear the dog. Like, I don't know what I'm hearing. Wanna know what I hear? His squeaky ass bed. He's getting it on at 7 in the morning and I'm waking up to hear it because his bed is squeaky as fuck. And I'm like, awesome. I didn't know it could be worse. Great. I love waking up when I'm not ready to wake up. The nerve to be fucking at 7 a.m. But I'm like, okay, whatever. I didn't hear anything other than the squeaking, thank fucking God. Only the squeaking, okay? I didn't hear any other noises. That would have set me over the edge. But, like, oh my God, first this guy, I'm waking up because his dog's barking. Now I'm waking up because he's fucking in the morning. Like, Jesus Christ, I'm never gonna be able to sleep in again. I value my sleep. I need a lot of sleep. I don't like being woken up when I'm not ready. On the weekend, I only sleep until like 10. But I'm like, I need to sleep in. I need to be able to sleep in until I'm ready to wake up. And now I'm getting woken up by this guy dicking somebody down. Whatever, right? You wanna know how this guy gets worse? Can you imagine how much worse of a neighbor he could be? So there was that for like 2 days. And I was like, damn, okay, he's getting it on. Good for him. It's annoying for me, right? I get woken up on a weekend, again, at 7 a.m. by the squeaky bed. But it didn't last very long. Gladly. I get woken up by the squeaky bed. But then I get woken up again an hour later, like I fall back asleep after being rudely awoken. I fall back asleep. Him and his lady are talking so loud on the balcony that it wakes me up again because their balcony is right next to my window where my bed is. So I get woken up again by them just being loud and like laughing on the balcony, which like, to be fair, it was like 9 or 10 a.m. So like, it's not an unreasonable time for them to be out on their balcony. It was just like, you guys already woke me up from fucking. I just would like to sleep. Please. Please let me sleep. for one day. So it gets worse. It gets worse. So then there was like another night where it was a weeknight, and he decided, I guess, that they went out to dinner or they went out to drink or whatever. Because the dog was barking at night when I was trying to go to sleep. I was really annoyed about that. But I got over it, and I guess now I sleep through the squeaking. Because Kyle was just here and he's like, oh, at least they're not squeaking. Because I pointed it out when we like woken up one day. I was like, you hear that? That's what wakes me up every morning. He's like, oh my God. But then he's like, oh, there's no squeaking. I was like, there was. I woke up to it and then I fell back asleep. Like, that's just what it is. That's what I have to deal with. I tolerate it now. Then I'm walking Foster, right? I walk him, multiple times a day, every day. I'm walking Foster, and there's this little patch of trees that I like to walk through with him to, like, after we're done with our walk, I walk through this little patch of trees, and we come back to our apartment, right? Tell me why. All right, y'all know how small Foster is, okay? His poops are small. You know where this is going. Tell me why there are 2 piles of dog shit that haven't been picked up. That I almost stepped in. And I only knew it was there because Foster was very intently sniffing it. And I'm like, what are you looking at, Foster? And I'm like, oh, that's dog shit that nobody picked up. Which, it's one, just like gross to do that. In some places, it's like illegal for you to do that. To like not clean up after your dog because it can spread like parasites and stuff. Like, it's just like unsanitary to do that in like a public place. But it's in our agreement of like, you live here and you sign that you're gonna like have a pet. You literally sign something saying that you up after your pet. So there's dog shit that he doesn't pick up. But I was like, you know what? I don't know if it's this guy. There very well could be somebody else walking through here that has a dog that I don't know about. Yesterday morning, Kyle and I were awoken by the squeaking. We were awoken by the squeaking. And then Kyle looks out the door. He's like, oh my God, I think that's our neighbor. And we see that this man has a German Shepherd. So that's definitely, that's the size of the dog that would have poops that big. And so we're just like, we're being fucking nosy. And we're just like staring out the door. The dog squats down. I think the dog is going to pee. Nope, it poops. He doesn't pick it up. Because I didn't have a way to prove that like this guy doesn't pick up his dog shit. I'm just assuming. But I literally saw his dog take a shit right in front of him and he didn't pick it up. And then he like went back inside with the dog. The dog was also not on a leash. I don't care. That's something that I'm very firm about. Your dog can come back to you and have good recall. However, I believe any public place, your dog should be on a leash so you can easily get control of your dog for their safety, for your safety, for other dogs' safety. Also, I am partial to that because Foster is terrified of other dogs. So I don't want a dog coming up to him that's not on a leash because Foster will bite them. And I don't want somebody to get mad at me for their dog getting in my dog's face when he's not friendly. So this guy doesn't have his dog on a leash either, which is also something that you have to sign saying dogs are always on a leash in our apartment complex because you just never know. You never know. So this guy also, he doesn't pick up after his dog. He also has his dog not on a leash. The dog like doesn't run around. Like he was playing with the dog and whatever and it was coming right back to him. But like I don't know how that dog's going to be around Foster. And that's a German Shepherd. If it's not a nice German Shepherd, it will kill my dog. Like if it bites Foster, like it will kill him. So I'm just like, okay. Really? Really? Yes, exactly. Good. If your dog has good recall, that's great. My dog's not friendly though, so I don't even want your dog to get close enough to my dog before I have the chance to tell you my dog is not friendly. And it's in our agreement to live here that your pet is always on a leash. You can trust your dog without a leash, that's fine. But there's also a lot of people that I have seen that let their dogs like run around and they're not like near their owner. They're not like right by their owner. So I'm just like, okay, now I fear for my dog's safety. Not because I think everybody's dog is mean. Like, I'm a dog person. I like dogs. But my dog is not nice. My dog will lunge at other dogs while on his leash. So I always want to make sure other dogs are far enough away that that's not even like something I have to worry about. Like getting too close to my dog and my dog getting hurt or hurting another dog. Because I know that my dog is not like other dogs. They're not like other dogs. Exactly. A lot of places, like a lot of apartments already don't let you have dogs. And then this guy, like, I have been the only person in my apartment, like in my building, that has a dog. So like if I didn't pick up after Foster, like everybody would know it's me because I'm the only one that has a dog. But also it's just like this guy has like big dog poop and it's just gross to not pick up after your dog. Unless it's like in your own yard and you like pick it up later. But it's like you're in a public place and you're not picking up after your own dog. Like it's just rude. So Kyle's gonna call our landlord and because like I can't really give him a noise complaint for having a squeaky bed, but I can complain and say that he's actually breaking the rules. Because he actually is breaking the rules. So I'm so glad to be moving, you guys, because I won't have to do this anymore. And I won't have to be woken up by fucking. But I also have to tell you why I know, which I already knew this, but I can share this little bit with you of why I know Kyle is the absolute love of my life. Because what does he do this morning? I go to walk Foster. And, you know, I'm walking Foster and Kyle's packing up his stuff because he left to go back this morning. He had come home for our anniversary. I come back in. He's out of breath. Kyle is out of breath. And I'm like, why are you out of breath? Like, what are you doing? He's like, I was brushing my teeth. I was like, no, what were you actually doing? I was jumping on the bed. So both of us were jumping on the bed this morning, making our bed squeak. Just to be fucking annoying. Because you want to know what else this guy did? I'm trying not to talk too loud just in case he can. You want to know what else he did? At 11 at night last night, he started drilling something into the wall. Which is fine because Kyle and I were already awake. We were watching a show. But like, why? He has just like no regard for like anybody else at all. He was like drilling something into the wall. He was literally using a power drill, drilling something into the wall. And Kyle was like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like, I don't care if people are loud during the hours where people are usually awake. But like, that can wait. That can wait until the middle of the day, sir. I don't think that you needed to drill something at 11 at night. Like, this guy is fucking crazy. He was drilling his... Yeah, I guess he was using that power drill. I don't know. I was just like, are you kidding me? So Kyle was like, I'm really glad that we're moving when we are. Or he's like, I would hear you complain about him every day until we moved. And we would have to, like, move you up earlier because this guy is so annoying. Because I had told him about it, but this was, like, the first time he had actually, like, heard how bad it was. But then also, because I don't like this guy at this point, he has a German Shepherd, right? If you know anything about like dog breeds and stuff, and I'm not an expert either, but a German Shepherd's a big dog. They are like working dogs, which means they have to have a job, or they need a lot of space to get out energy. They need a lot of stimulation, because that's just their dog. That's just their breed. Like, they need a lot of stimulation. They need a lot of exercise. And I live in, like, a small apartment. But, like, every time that I see this guy with my dog, he literally throws a ball to the dog for, like, 5 minutes. And then, like, goes inside and, like, goes to work. And I'm like, so you're not even, like, taking that good care of your dog. I hate to, like, shame him for it. But I'm just like... have a German Shepherd, you need to like take care of the German Shepherd the way that it needs to be taken care of. And you play with him for 5 minutes and then go to work and leave him alone all day. Like, that's just not fair to the dog, you know? Constantly build. Yeah, he sounded like he was fucking building furniture. And I was like, why can you not do this during the day? I have seen the partner. Because she was the one that woke me up because she was laughing really loudly out on the balcony. But then it was so funny because how I told you that this morning Kyle was jumping on the fucking bed to just be annoying and hope that we would wake them up or just be annoying and noisy. I was bringing Foster in and I heard through their door as I was passing out, she went, babe. And Kyle was like, oh my God, they were probably like telling each other how loud I was being when I was jumping on the bed. Oh my God. So I have seen the partner, but it's like, I don't know how I went from literally not knowing I have a neighbor to this guy just being the worst fucking neighbor. He's the worst fucking neighbor. Like, he's just so fucking loud. I hope he's not doing it on purpose. That would be annoying. But yeah, the first time I heard the squeaky bed, I was really like, am I hearing this correctly right now? I can't be. No way about this. I'm just imagining things. Nope, I wasn't, unfortunately. He had a squeaky ass bed. It woke me up. So yeah, basically this neighbor sucks. And we also decided that we're not going to live in apartments anymore. We're only going to rent houses because we just can't deal with neighbors anymore. Can't do it. Did I hear this? I literally was like, what is that noise that I'm hearing? And I'm like, that's a squeaky bed. That is a squeaky bed. And it's rhythmic. So it's not just like I heard him like get out of his bed. I was like, nope, he's fucking. Oh my God. So yeah, I'm excited to move. Oh, I went too far over. Crap, I moved this in the wrong spot. Finish this side over here. I really hope that once I get to the end of this, I haven't missed anything. I heard the contact. I didn't hear that, gladly. I literally just heard the squeaking, but it was rhythmic. It was rhythmic, so I knew I heard correctly. Yeah, I'll have to give the gamer house tour. Yeah, I'll probably do like a little mini house tour. I'm planning on doing like a little moving vlog. And I'll probably only show the inside house, like just for safety reasons. And to like not dox myself. But I'll show you guys like what the house looks like. And I'll probably show the inside of my apartment because they're gonna tear it up anyway, so it doesn't look like what's on their website that's currently advertised. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to figure out this address. So I want to do like a little moving vlog so you guys can see like, okay, what did we have before, and then what space do we have now. Just buying a mattress and no bed frame because I'm scared I'll wake somebody up at some point. It depends. It depends on the bed frame. If you have a pretty sturdy like bed frame, I don't think it would cause issues. We have a cheap one in ours. Is like when we were jumping on the bed, it was squeaking, but we really had to work to make ours squeak. He had to jump very hard. I don't know what bed frame this guy had. I feel like if you've got like a decent bed frame, it could be okay, but yeah, if you don't want to risk it at all, mattress on the floor is always good. It's weird how you only hear the bed, right? I would have been scarred if I heard anything else. But it was pretty quiet. It's pretty quiet in there. Too quiet. That's why I second guessed myself when I first heard him. Like, cause I only heard the squeaking. I was like, is that what I think it is? But yeah, why do they make beds squeaky? You'd think that somebody would fix that problem by now. Oh no! Oh my god. That's why I never heard that much through the walls. So that's at least good. I heard enough to assume, you know? Am I done with this window frame? I feel like I'm thinking that I complete portions of this, but I'm not actually checking what I've completed. Not being thorough enough. This manor. I know that I said we probably weren't gonna finish the manor, but we're already 61% complete. I know I'm overtime on stream. I don't care. Gonna finish the manor. Insert Shrek template here. I feel like I'm gonna probably miss some pieces on the roof, guys. I'm a little bit nervous. Okay, so now I can move the scaffolding over. We're almost done with the whole manor. The fountain will take us like 2 fucking seconds, I feel like. And then once we are done enough, it will tell us if we missed any places. But that's why when I'm playing this, I always try and get all of it, because otherwise it's gonna be annoying to try and go back for these pieces. So let's get this little section. This wall. Absolutely heard some freaky shit happening in this apartment block. Oh no! See, Laura, that's where I would like very loudly close the front doors so that they knew you were home, so you didn't have to hear any more of that. Glad that, you know, it's still happening. Just don't want to hear it myself. No fucking way. Literally. Oh, so they wouldn't have heard you close the door loudly. That's why I was like, oh, you could have like maybe closed the door and then they kind of know you're there. And they're like, all right, we gotta either stop or be quiet. Right, we're just talking about all of our neighbors and family members being loud. See, I never had that problem because my parents were divorced. And should have been divorced earlier. So I never had to worry about that. Rare divorced parents, W. Sounded like somebody fell. Don't get me started on my parents. Let me change this top piece. I hate using this little one because I feel like I don't actually get what I need to get, but I guess I am. Oh. Yeah, this roof spike mount. How did I get that all the way clean? Oh, stand over. Maybe. There we go. Are you having some fun? Can you do it when I'm not home? Thanks. I don't want to hear it. Glad you guys have a healthy relationship. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to be part of it. Thanks. Bye. We got that. I think we got everything on the top now. Oh wait, do I not have everything on there? What is the tiny bit that I didn't get? What the hell? Oh, we're gonna have to maybe come back to that. I mean, no worries, Shady, no worries. Maybe we need to play Power Wash Simulator more often, because we can just chat, because nothing else is really going on the screen. You can have these just unhinged conversations. So I don't really have to be paying attention to the game very hard. Alright, so now this is where it gets annoying, is this window looks clean, but it's not. Okay, the glass is clean, but the frame is not, which means there might just be a section over here. Needs to be cleaned. There we go. Almost there. Where on the window frame? It's still... And see, I can hit tab and I'm not gonna see at all where it's dirty on the window frame because it's so close. But now I'm annoyed at this thing that's not clean. Able to. Not clean. We'll figure it out. Telling things to chat when she plays like house foot. Yeah, like we can just like chat. We could maybe we could even start like bringing topics, and we have a topic that we talk about. Where the fuck is this not clean? Oh wow, this is not clean air. Oh, there we go. It was on the side, and I couldn't see it until I moved over. But where is this? What was this turret thing? There's something not clean over here. Oh, there. Oh, I totally missed this tier. Oh crap. Missed a whole side of those. Back on. I think we can actually move this over. I think we're on the last section of the house. We're on the last section. Let's go. May this have access to security cameras at my work since I connected to my servers, and you'll never guess what I saw after hours. No. No. Oh no. Why? Because you know that they know that there's cameras. Why? Oh shit, I fell off the... Yeah, you don't need to elaborate. We can assume. Based on the conversation we were all having. I think it's safe to assume. That is wild. What? What, Foster? Foster agrees. He said that's ridiculous. Come on, Foss. Once I finish this, we can go outside, okay? I need to finish my cleaning. I need to clean. He's like, bitch. What the hell? What the hell? Are you being a good boy? Oh no. Like, I'm glad that it wasn't like on the clock, like while they were supposed to be working, but they really couldn't have like gone in the car in a parking lot or something. Couldn't have done that. So you didn't have to see it. Up your blackmail game. Yeah, would you have to report them for that? I regret coming back in here in December. Don't blame ya. Time and place. And work is not the place. Where is this still? Oh, it's probably gonna be on that weird corner. Gonna have to jump onto the building and look at it. Underneath the little arches there. Blackmail. Like, hey, I need a huge raise. Like a huge raise. I need a promotion, but no extra work. I just need more money. And here's why. I have this blackmail. So you can give me a raise or you're fired. Your choice. Sell me the company. Just something outrageous. An outrageous request. I'm so glad we're almost done with the house. I don't know how much it pays us for this one. I don't know how much it pays us for this job. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's done. Those are windows done. Let's go. Okay, so now we can Keith. Okay, so now I can kind of move this because I don't really need it to do this underneath. I feel like I probably missed some of these little ledges. Possibly. Get this wall's. Oh, there we go. I was like, where's this wall still dirty? It looks clean. I will if it involves blackmail. Pink headphones with the ears again. Cute. Is that? Okay, we're so close. We're at 69%. Nice. Where is this ledge? There we go. See, I'm like, this looks clean. Why is it not marking it as clean? Okay, we're almost done. Where on the wall did we miss? Okay. Now I think we just need to do this and we're done with the manor, and then we just have the fountain, which I don't think will take us very long. The side. There we go. Woohoo! Okay. Oh, wait. Saw something that wasn't complete yet. Large window border wall. What? Crap, we're gonna have to bring this back. I didn't clean something on over here. Wait, it gives you cringe e-girl vibe. Oh, her headphones? Okay, I think we're good. Let's do the fountain, and then I think we'll actually be done. I want to see if we missed anything on the house. I'm curious. We'll do each little section of the fountain so we make sure that we don't miss any of it. Get the corner. That. There's that. Let's go. Just gonna do the inside of all of these so we can start with like the outside of the fountain first. Do all these little corners. We'll do each of these little corners first. Because then sometimes we might like spray in the middle. It'll help clean it. What? Where did we miss on here? Oh. This corner. Yeah, some of them are kind of crazy. Like some of them, like we've probably been working on this one for maybe like an hour and a half. Some of them take like 2 seconds. It like has you clean like one car. So those ones go by pretty quickly, or like a motorcycle or something. But some of these ones that are like a whole building, or there's one where it's like you're cleaning a house, but you also have to clean like the driveway and like a bunch of stuff in the yard. It's forever. That one's done. And we tap this one. Some of the levels are kind of crazy. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, I like this game if you need, like, a time sink. Or you just need to do, like, something where you're just very, like, focused. It's a good game for that. But it's definitely, like, it takes a long time to do the levels, for sure. Alright, so we'll work on this wall. I bet you they've got a level for that, Laura. But I would hope that it didn't look like this. Like, all the levels are covered in, like, dirt. Brown and black and dirt. I would hope that that type of area would not have this kind of dirt. Be a bit concerning. With a health hazard. Count as the outer wall? The top. What did I miss on the wall? Oh, the underneath of this middle section I missed. In some spots. So yeah, you can like highlight orange where the dirt is, so it can help you find like the larger chunks of dirt. But when there's not a lot, bit annoying. I'm also confused why it's not marking that as complete yet. That's kind of pissing me off. This is another wall. Okay, we're gonna have to go back to that side and see what the hell is going on. I got underneath there. Yeah, it's chalk. Right. Okay, so now this side looks totally clean, and I'm gonna stand up and do like this little ring right there. Middle. I wonder if part of the top actually does count towards the wall. That might be it. I'll have to see. Get underneath there, because that's where it was easily missed. But see, even this wall I don't think is going to be all the way complete. It's got to be part of the top. Because that's, like, complete. Okay, yep, it's this top section. Okay, I knew that part of the top was probably counting towards it. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh. Here we go. Perfect. I'm gonna do the top of this first, so that when I do the actual wall, I don't have to worry about this. Oops. We're 76% done. Let's go. I'm really worried about what we've missed. I'm worried if it's gonna say we missed anything on the house, because I'm not sure how the fuck I'm supposed to find it. It's gonna be like that one that I was doing where there's like a speck of dust. There was actually one level I couldn't 100% complete because I could not find this speck of dust that it wanted me to find. I was so irritated. I was so annoyed. Okay, we're almost there. Yeah, it's a little bit... Some parts, like, you'll clean most of it and then it'll, like, automatically, like, ping that it's done. Some places, like, it'll... If it's a small area, you're missing a speck of dust, it'll not register yet. Like, that registered before I had gotten to the end of it. That was a bit more forgiving. But... some parts are not. And it's like, nope, it's not 100% clean, but I'm not gonna give you a hint on where the dirt is. You just get this tiny little orange indicator that you can't see because the area that you're missing is so small. Sorry, I'm hyper-focused as well. That's why this game is, like, if you need something to focus, it's a good game. Or you need, like, a long distraction from something. You need to be occupied for, like, an hour or two. It is a good game. Top part. But, like, playing the game sometimes is very, very satisfying when you get, like, a clean swipe of dirt off in one go. Very satisfying. All right, see, now where the fuck is this tiny little dirt? Where is it? Oh, right there. Yeah, so like that said it was clean before we had finished. It's fine. All right, now I say let's do the top of the fountain. This is gonna be the most annoying to do. Like these long, like flat surfaces are not fun to do. They always take me the longest. Also, I don't feel like there's a good attachment on the power washer that like does a good job. Laura Croft, everything is done and dusted over here. I'll be back in England to see your handiwork very soon. Laura Croft just texted me. Said she's gonna come over. Yeah, it's like here I want to use like the bigger one, but like it doesn't do a good job at all. Unless you're like right on top of it. And even then it's not even doing a very good job of that. Yeah, Laura Croft texted me. She said she's in Egypt. She'll be back soon. I'm wondering if that's why they put the DLC in there, since there was like a game announced, you said? Tomb Raider game? Maybe, okay. I would play another Tomb Raider game if they came out with it. I had fun with the other three. Yeah, like I hate trying to power wash stuff with these longer attachments. It doesn't ever work as well. Not strong enough. I would say if you can get it for a steep discount or for free, or I have Xbox Game Pass, so that's what I'm playing it through. So I didn't buy the actual game. I would say it's worth it to try it. It's really fun to watch though. So like I can understand of like you like watching it, but you might not want to play it because I've seen people watch it and I could watch it for like hours. I'm like, why is this so entertaining? So that's why I was like, ooh, maybe I could just actually try and play it for myself. Because like even if I look at what I did, there's still like orange specks that I missed, but I'm gonna hope that it's just gonna give it to me and say that I did a great job so that I don't have to go through this whole mountaintop again. Yeah, like this one's not even that good. Because I like to do it faster, but the game wants me to go really slow, and I don't like that. I think it's on Game Pass, yeah. Then I'll play it on Game Pass, then you don't have to worry about buying it. And if you hate it, you didn't waste your money on it. Oh, my headphones are about to die. Being a good boy, Foster. He's just staring at me waiting. I'm almost done, Foster. I'm at 82%, and then we'll be able to go outside. Hey, honey. Hey. Was this game made by Crystal Dynamic? I'm not sure, Laura. I don't know who made it. That's why I really like my Game Pass, Shady. I was kind of hesitant about getting it, but I got it originally because the second Plague Tale game was on it. So I was like, okay, let me do that because then I can save a little bit of money. Because the actual game was like 30 or 40 bucks. And I'm like, Game Pass is only 10. So I can play this game in like a month and a half probably. So then if I don't want it, then I'll cancel it. But then I've been playing Grounded because that's another game that I was like kind of interested in, but didn't really want to spend the full money to buy. I tried to play like Sea of Thieves, but I didn't really get very far before I wanted to stop playing. This game is kind of addicting, so this is another fun one that I've been playing. I'm trying to think. And I like that they add stuff all the time. I think it's worth it. If you play enough games, I think it's worth it. Because even if you only play like one game a month, you're already getting your money's worth because most games are not $10. Oh, I also played Unpacking as well. I didn't finish it though. The last level pissed me off. There was too much to unpack. But no, it's if you play at least like one game a month, you're probably already getting your money's worth, and then you can try out games where you aren't really sure if you're gonna like it, and if you do like it, great. If you don't like it, you can just like stop playing it, and you didn't spend a lot of money on it. There are people who love it but lose interest quickly. Yeah, I like started to play Sea of Thieves, but I think I was either playing on keyboard or controller. I can't remember which. And the controls just like seemed really wacky. And then I was like, I'd rather play another game right now. So like I never even got into it. Like I think I like created my pirate and I didn't really like the character customization options that they had. So I don't even like how my pirate looks, and I just like didn't play after that. Which is anybody surprised about that? No. But Yeah, so I know that like a lot of people like it, so it's like I wanted to try it out, but I don't feel like I would like playing it alone. I know a lot of people like play it in multiplayer so that you can have like a squad, but fun enough with friends. That's why I'm like, I feel like I would need to find somebody to play it with me and like test it out and see if I'd actually like it for the long term. Because if I do, I probably would like buy it on Steam if it's a game that I would see myself playing for a while. Because I would want to make sure that I have the game after I cancel it from, like whenever I cancel my Xbox Game Pass, or if I need to cancel it, I'd still want to have access to it. But I liked having it with Plague Tale because I'm like, I'm not going to play that more than once, you know? But any like multiplayer game I usually like to buy outright. All right, let's hope that I cleaned this fountain top good enough that I won't have to go back any other spaces that I already did. So we're both scared of the sea or ocean. That's why I was like, I was also worried about that too with Sea of Thieves. I was like, is this gonna creep me out with the ocean? Because I was showing a friend, you guys. Oh my god, I was literally in Subnautica like custom mode, where literally you can't die. And I was just like showing my friend because she hadn't seen my Subnautica streams. I just wanted to show her like, oh, like here's the game. I was getting so anxious playing it even though I literally could not die. Like I think I am scarred from Subnautica. I think I'm scarred from it. It freaked me out so bad. Okay, this actually might be marked clean. Like, look how much space I have left. This is actually gonna be marked clean. Like, I'm gonna have a lot that I don't have to. Oh, maybe not. Just kidding, I got too cocky. Now I need to find where the fuck I missed on this fountain top. Are you kidding me? Okay, good. Good enough. Perfect. Oh, Raft could be fun. That's another one I think might be on Xbox Game Pass. I can't remember. That's another one I've wanted to try. Because I like survival craft kind of games. But I didn't want to do Raft because I'm scared of sharks. I feel like it could be fun. That one was close. I was worried that I was gonna have to scan over the whole spot again and figure out where I missed. I was about to be mad. This one I also don't like that it's not dividing it into each side. Like usually with the walls, they'll divide it on each like side that you're going at. Like where this would be this side, and then once I move on to the other side, it was count as something else. Beautiful statue. See, now I'm wanting to be done with this, so I'm not even having a rhyme or reason of where I'm spraying. I actually should clean this from like every side. Then it'll be easier later, potentially. All right. What was I doing? This. $89% done. Let's go. We're almost done. We're getting there. That's why we should play, because you're scared of sharks too. I can't remember. Is that the only enemy that you have in Raft? Is the sharks? Or is there other stuff that can fight you? Like, are there other sea creatures, or is it just sharks? Because I know that when I first saw the game, it was just sharks. But I think they recently like had like full release of it, where it's like a fully done game now. I can't remember. There are more? There's bears? Where? In the ocean? Or no? Is it when you get off on land? It's gotta be. Fucking bears? I was about to be like, bears in the ocean? What the hell? That would be a interesting choice for the game. Alright, I need to focus. I keep like working on other parts of this, and that's gonna make me mess up. Scuba bears, that would be so funny. That would be so funny if they were just in little scuba gear. We're 91%. That's why it's also really satisfying whenever you actually like finish these. It takes a pretty long time to get it done. However, the issue is that the top part of this pedestal counts towards it, so we're gonna have to get the top as well. We're doing a decent job getting the statue. Okay, let me finish this side of the pedestal. Killer whales are predators of moose are also bears in Subnautica would be interesting. Oh, makes sense. Y'all, what if I missed nothing on the house? I'm really I'm concerned that I may have missed something on the house. Right now, I gotta do... Ah! You need to be awake in 6 hours. Go to sleep if you need to go to sleep, Shady. Or if you would like to stay up, we should be done with this sort of soon. Maybe. I don't want to make any guarantees, though. I make no promises. See, I wish I could just go like that and it'd be like all the way. Let's get under the wings. Not remotely tired, so I wouldn't sleep anyway. You can sleep once we're all satisfied that we cleaned this whole thing. Excuse me. I'm almost done. Almost done with the pedestal. That little inside of the fountain is going to be annoying. Ew, this is filthy. I don't know how I'm going to get the top of this fountain. Like the tippy top. I might have to bring my ladder over. Time is it? Oh my god, I have been streaming for almost 5 hours. What the fuck? Oh my god. Oopsie. I think we only played like an hour and a half of Grounded. And I got sick of it. Okay. Let me finish, again, let me finish the pedestal. I clear this off. Is this a fish? I thought this was a swan, but I think this is a fish. Oh, there we go, pedestal's done. We get the top of the statue. Get my ladder again. I don't have a ladder. I have this huge scaffolding thing. Okay, so then I think we just have the little bowl. Oh my god, this is annoying. I don't want to have to get at this from another angle. Damn it, I'm gonna have to. Damn it! There we go. We did it. The fountain statue's clean. All right, so now we just have this like floor and this weird sidewall. Okay, but each of these walls, I think it's counting as one. So that makes it easier. I don't know. I know, why is it so dirty? Like half of it's just covered in dirt and half of it's covered in moss. So it makes me think that like she just has not been here in like a decade. I don't know. That's why like there was like how dirty this was. One of the places you clean is like a children's park and it's like filthy and you're like, how did it get this dirty? This is disgusting. Okay, well I may add Power Wash Simulator to our rotation because this is a fun game. Buster, hold on. I know. You need to go out. I'm almost done. Good boy. I'm almost done. Then we can go for a walk. Go for a walk in a minute. Foster's like, Mom, I'm sick of this shit. Oh no, it's radioactive. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's like this children's park was nasty. It's like, I hope nobody's playing on this right now. I hope it closed so I could clean it. Because this is disgusting. Oh no. Gain an extra arm by the time they get out. They get Spider-Man powers. All right, we're so close. There's 2 more inner walls and the floor, and then I think we're done. The floor is gonna be annoying. I kind of want to finish the floor first. This is annoying to clean. And I feel like it's gonna be harder to get it to mark it as like done. 98%. Let's go. Okay, then I don't think I missed anything, maybe. I don't think we missed anything on the house, but I don't know if it's too early to call it. I don't know when it tells you the last things that you need to clean. Maybe not until 99? I don't know. See what I mean? Oh, I'm worried that this isn't going to be the last patch it makes me clean. Maybe? Let's go. Okay, we're almost done. I'm surprised it hasn't listed. Usually it'll list in that top left section like what pieces I have left to do. So it very well may be that I have a speck of dust on other pieces, which I'm nervous about. I'm really nervous that it's 99, but that hasn't popped up. Oh, I really hope I can just get 100 after this. Please. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's not telling me what I need to do. Oh, fuck this game. Fuck this game. Fuck this game. Wait, raised floor. Okay, this raised floor is also dirty. Oh my god, it literally means I have like a speck of dust on a bunch of stuff because it hasn't given me... I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind, y'all. Wait, something was really dirty. Lower tower roof. I hate when the game does this. It's like 99, but like you have a speck of dust in a couple places, so that. But I have to run around and search for it. Oh my god, you're joking! We might not 100% this level. Oh. Wall. See, and then because it's like such a small speck of dust, I'm not going to be able to see like where it actually is. I just need to spray everywhere until it marks it. These bigger ones are annoying because it'll do shit like that. And then I literally have to like hover my cursor over every possible like cleaning surface. No, like what's not completed. All of this is done. So once you're close to the end, it'll tell you which items like you didn't do 100%. None of, oh, decorative window arch. Okay, that's done. Oh, this thing isn't clean. Okay, 2 decorative window arches, an upper tower wall, and a wall base. God. Okay, I was about to rage quit there. But now I can like hover over each one. So like this is one of them that's not done. There we go. So I can hover over at least each of them now. Figure out that one's not done. Makes it a little better, but sometimes if it's like random stuff that like I don't know what the hell it is, it's irritating. Okay, where was the one I needed? That one. So in the half the time I literally just spray it anywhere. Yeah. Upper tower wall. Tower. Oh, one of those. Oh, one of the first ones I did, I missed. This is why I go piece by piece, because otherwise it's literally impossible to find the stuff once it looks like it's visually clean. Okay. Wall base. Oops. No, your headphones. Wall base. Wall base. Wall base. Oh, it's this one. Let's go. How much did we get for that? Look at this filthy manor that we cleaned. It does give this at the end, which is satisfying. Especially if you do it like me and you kind of go like piece by piece. We only got $400 for that. That's actually kind of bullshit. That literally took us like 2 hours to do. But anyways,